Hi guys, welcome to Teach Kids Money TV. Today I would like to talk about financial literacy lessons for kids when we go grocery shopping. So I have to be honest with you, I did not really enjoy taking my kids grocery shopping when they were little. It was quite a hassle. I usually had about half an hour to get all my grocery shopping done, and then it was a disaster. They would get anxious, and even if I gave them a cookie or something to, just sort of tie them over, I would maybe have another 5 minutes and I would have to be out of the store. However, now that they're older, grocery shopping with them is actually a lot more fun. I know things are different now with the COVID situation, and we're being advised not to take our children to the stores. And I certainly respect that. And actually for the past 3 months, we've just had my husband do most of the grocery shopping. However, a couple of nights ago, just before one of the stores closed, I ended up taking my daughter grocery shopping. And there weren't many people in the store at all, actually. But we had so much fun. And I wanted to share that experience. So one of the things we did was we did a bit of math. And at the end, I sort of asked her, I said, was this like a math lesson to you? And she's like, no, it was actually a lot of fun. And what I mean by math is that, we looked at different packages of things that we wanted to buy, and we tried to figure out, okay, which one is a better deal. So, a package with, let's say, 6 bottles of Perrier versus a package of 12 bottles of Perrier. Let's calculate how much each Perrier can cost, and compare that from one package to the other, and then figure out which one is a better buy. So, I sort of quizzed her as we went through the aisles, and she would answer these questions for me. And she actually thought it was a lot of fun. The other thing that, we can teach our kids is also how to stop wasting of the food. So what I mean by that is teaching them to check for the expiry dates and think about, okay, what date is it today? So, if something's expiring in 5 days, are we really going to eat this in 5 days? Or maybe I should hold off and not buy that, and maybe come back another time when I actually think that we will eat this. Also, teaching them how to identify ripe fruit or vegetables, but not too ripe, where, within the next day it's gonna go bad and you just can't use it and you have to throw it away. Another thing which I actually haven't been very good with is planning. And I used to be a better planner before this whole COVID-19 situation. I would typically plan my meals ahead of time on Sundays, by going through my pantry and my fridge and seeing, okay, what's expiring, what do I want to use. I'm not a minimalist, but I personally don't like having too much stuff. So I would go through my pantry regularly, and we didn't have large amounts of canned food or rice or quinoa or whatever. So anything that was expiring, I would just use it up. Anyhow, now with this COVID situation, I, like everybody else, have stockpiled. I've got lots of stuff. So the meal planning is a little bit different now. But hopefully when the situation is over, you could actually teach your child and show them, okay, this is how I meal plan. And I also go through my fridge and I go through my pantry, and I, have to get rid of these things because they're expiring. So these are the meals I'm going to make. And based on these meals, this is my shopping list. And then you could also, if you have a particular budget that you have set for your food or the meals, then you can tie in that budget into that shopping list, so then your child can see how that all goes together. One of the other lessons that we can teach our kids when we go grocery shopping is at the cash register. So if you're paying with cash, and I know many of us don't anymore, but if you are one of those people, just making sure that the cashier is giving you correct change. That is one of the lessons. Another lesson, which my mom taught me, and maybe it's a cultural thing or immigrant thing, is making sure the cashier is scanning everything properly. That, they're not scanning something twice, for example, which can happen in error, or maybe sometimes on purpose, hopefully not. But also that making sure that they are scanning items correctly and that you are getting the price which you actually saw on the price tag in the aisle when you picked up that item. And the last thing is actually using coupons, if you use coupons. But I personally don't use coupons, but what we did use in past was a FLIPP app. And I say did use in past, again, this is prior to COVID time, but I absolutely love FLIPP app. And if you have never used it, I'm going to actually put a link to it below so you can actually see what this app is. But essentially what it is, and I don't know if this is available in the United States, but in Canada, they list, based on your postal code, they list all different flyers for your area. And then what you can do, and I've used this with my kids, for example, when my son wanted to buy Lego, this was like a few years ago, and I said, okay, well, let's just see where, if anybody's having Lego sales. So all we did is we went into the search button on top of the screen and we put Lego. And then all these stores came up that are selling Lego. And we could actually see which store had the cheapest option, and we ended up going straight there. But instead of actually going straight to that store, if that's not close to you, FLIPP app is actually really good for something called price matching. And this is one thing where actually I wanted to do a whole separate video because people don't understand what price matching is. So I'm going to actually quickly try to describe it here, but essentially, let's say you want to buy pizza, frozen pizza. And right now, you have Walmart close to you. And so you go to Walmart and you have to make sure that this Walmart price matches, or if you're going into a different store, that they price match. So in Canada, or I should say in Ontario, a lot of Walmart's price match, Freshco usually price matches, No Frills sometimes, Food Basics sometimes. But essentially, depending on the store that you're in, you go in there and let's say you want to get pizza, and you go to their frozen food section and you grab, let's say, Delissio pizza. And you look at it and it costs $4.50. But you open up your FLIPP app really quickly, search for Delissio pizza, then you can see that another store, let's say Adonis or Rava, sells it for $2.99. Well, when you go to the cashier in Walmart, you show them your app and they will give it to you for $2.99. So essentially you save a little bit of money, and I know it's only let's say $1.50 in this case, but if you're buying 20 items, that adds up. So then essentially you can save up to as $20 to $30, and that's sort of what we used to do. We would save up to $20 or $30 on our groceries. The only thing that I'd like to mention about the FLIPP app is that if you're using this app, make sure that you're sort of organized and you have all your listings on your little app ready to go, and all the items are grouped together so you're not holding up the people behind, because nobody likes to be held up. But anyways, it's a great app. I strongly suggest it, not only for your children to use, but for you to use. And I mean, if you have any other ideas, feel free to share them in the comments below. I always look forward to those. And if you have enjoyed this video, please give it thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, and also share it with other people that you may think can benefit from this. Thank you. Have a great day.